Hey folks, well, if you have chickens, you know that they pretty much take care of themselves. But there are some issues that we come across time to time where we have to do preventive maintenance to make sure that issue either doesn't expand or we can prevent that issue altogether. And today that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing some coop maintenance, taking care of our chickens. And this is probably going to be a episode you don't want to miss, because I'm going to use an unconventional method of trying to clean out our nesting boxes. Y'all come on, let's get to it. Welcome to Live in Texas at a Hidden Spring Farm. I'm David, and this is our chicken coop. I built this coop a few years ago, several years ago I should say. But right now, what we're going to deal with in here today is we're going to be cleaning out the nesting boxes, and that's going to upset some of the hens because they're already in there laying. I got out here a little bit late, but we're going to take care of that, and we're also going to put down some diatomaceous earth on the bottom. We've cleaned out our pen before, not too long ago. We've got about 3 months before we clean it out again, but we're going to go ahead and put some diatomaceous earth on the bottom of it, make sure we don't have any problems down there. And the main part is we're going to clear these nesting boxes out. All right, as you can see, you got the ladies in here. We've already got some eggs going in here. We got some there. She come up out. Hey girl, you know Dad's not gonna hurt you now. Come on now. So that's our nesting boxes, and this is our floor here. And we are going to put down some diatomaceous earth on here and just stir it around. But before I get started putting it down, what I'd like to do is just check and make sure there's no corner problems, there's no issues with anything, no safety issues or anything like that. Just doing a basic inspection. Now make sure when you put this down, if you've never done it before, that you got a good breeze. You don't want to be breathing this stuff in, and make sure it's blowing away from you. There are so many uses for this diatomaceous earth. We use it in our gardens, and we've used it in the coop quite a bit, and have been really successful with it. So we've got it spread around, as you can see, and a lot of times we'll just let the chickens come in and start around themselves. But what I'm going to do is, just like we did not too long ago, I'm just going to move it around with my feet and get it below the surface here. So I want to make sure it's spread around good, and then I'll put down another layer, a light layer, and leave it on top. All right, so let's get that next little light layer down. All right, here it is, and it is, remember we mixed some down just underneath the top layer, and now we come in and put it on the layer, real thin coat of it, nothing's too thick. And the chickens, they'll come in here, you can see they're using that over there as a dust bath and all that kind of stuff. So what they'll do is they'll come in here and they'll move this stuff around, and it'll get down even further. All right, so let's turn our attention to the nesting boxes themselves. We have a 6 opening nesting box, and we're going to go in and we're going to clean those out, try to get as much out of there as we can. If there's anything, I do know we have those nylon rubber type mats that are in there. So we're going to pull those out. We're going to put some new ones in today that are just temporary. We do have a brooding hen here, and she stays in there pretty much all day, and she gets upset, so we'll work around her, but she's going to need to come out. We'll collect what eggs are in there, clean them out, and then I want to show you this method that I'm going to use to really make sure it's sanitized in there. All right, so we're going to go ahead and collect these eggs. See how many we got so far today. We usually get close to 2 dozen eggs a day. That's 4. That's 7. This is 10. And I don't know how many she's laying on. She's all bowing up on me over here, but we're going to go ahead. Come on, young lady. I'm going to put you down. I'm going to put you down. So So far today, she does not want to stay out. She did not want to stay out. So far today, we got 5, 8, 11, 12. We got 12, so some of them hadn't laid yet today. All right, so let's go ahead and go through and pull these mats. So what we normally do is we come in and we clean these mats out. We got these nylon mats, rubber mats type, and these are well past their time. We've got 2 sets of them. We swap them out, and these are done. So we won't be using these anymore. Baby, are you in on a mat? I know. There's no eggs in there, baby. You're gonna have, no ma'am, you're gonna have to go. You're gonna have to go. I'm doing some work. I'm doing some work, young lady. I know. So here's what we're gonna use to make sure that we don't have any mites or anything like that inside the nesting boxes. We just cleaned them out. We want to make sure that they're clean from bugs. So we're just going to go inside the nesting boxes, as you can see, and we're going to go around inside each one of them. And if there's any mites or any type of bugs or anything like that, we're going to burn it out. We're not here to catch the place on fire. We're just making sure that if there's anything in there that can be destroyed by this fire, like bugs and all, that we take care of that. We're not trying to catch the place on fire. Any spiders or webs or anything like that. And that's it. Just like that, folks. That was kind of hard to hold the camera and show you, but it's just like that. We go through, make sure there's no bugs, make sure there's no issues inside. All the insects will be taken care of that way, and you won't have any issues. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put the new mats in. We're going to put some diatomaceous earth down first. Then we're going to put the new mats in. And then we're going to put a product on top of them. That's to make the girls feel good a little bit. And to also help with the bugs and things like that. So here we go. So we are not trying to go crazy with this stuff on this. We're just putting a sprinkle in each box to help with any of the little bugs or critters that want to get in there and mess with our girls. Alright, so we're just going to use these little temporary mats. You can get these anywhere at any farm store. If I remember right, we bought these at Tractor Supply. You can buy some really fancy ones that are like this, but we're going to use these, and like I said, they're temporary. This is what the mat looks like here. Just like this. Then on the back it's got a paper deal. It's kind of glued to the bottom, I would take it, or sticky to the bottom. Anyway, you just lay it in like that, and then when you're ready to pull it out, it's disposable. So we've got the diatomaceous earth in there. Now we're going to take the mat and kind of fold it over, and it gives them a little nesting hole in here to be able to lay in and be comfortable in there. And some of these will fit just a little bit tighter than the other ones, and don't pay no mind to that, because I did some reworking of these nesting boxes when I bought them used from a chicken farm, and so I had to rework them because they were damaged and all. So I've done stuff like you can see here. There's a piece of wood in here. There's plywood on the front here. This thing doesn't fold up like it's meant to be, and there's wood on back. But these work perfectly for us, and it was a good price for this, so I made it work. You're gonna have to move, baby. You're gonna have to move. There you go. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, young lady. It'll all be over in just a minute. You girls are gonna have some new beds. Here are the beds. You can see I got it all nice and neat for them. So these are all pre-ordered by the chief hen in charge out here. And she ordered Sleep Number straw mats, and she got them. The next thing we're going to do is put some nice little subtleties in there for the girls. So what I'm about to put in here now is a mixture of rose petals, calendula, sage, chamomile, mint, and chili. And if I butchered any of that, I apologize. So here's the nesting boxes. You can see all the ingredients that I told you that was on that package. And they're all in there. And the girls will just get in there. They'll be able to have a luxurious rose petaled experience on their Sleep Number straw mats. And in the meantime, we burned any critters out that could have been in there bothering them. That's how we took care of it. It's a real simple process. Doesn't cost much, and it's really easy to do. We're trying to head off any problems that we're having now in case some of the feather loss is due to that and not just to the guineas or the rooster. Don't be afraid if you got problems to admit it, and don't be afraid to tackle them, and don't panic over them. Listen, chickens are easy to raise, but they're not maintenance free like a lot of people think. So if you think you got an issue, it's better to get on top of it beforehand than wait till it really is a major problem. All right, folks, well, that's it. That's the little maintenance that we did today. We took care of the nesting boxes, and we took care of putting some diatomaceous earth on the floor. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you got any other ways you do it, please put it in the comments, and please be respectful. If you enjoyed the video, we appreciate it if you would subscribe to the channel. We'll see you next time. You guys have a blessed day.